Here's deriving the quadratic formula, which is going to be your bonus question for the test. Now, to make sure you understand how you're going to get credit for this, every step has to be right. Can't skip any steps. Everything I show, you have to show. And of course, you have to do this without any notes or anything like that. You just have to know how to do it. So you have to start off with the quadratic equation in the standard form here of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Then you're going to do this by completing the square. So every step needs to be shown. So the first thing you're going to do is to move over the constant. And the constant in this case is c. And you do that by subtracting c from both sides. So you end up with ax squared plus bx equals negative c. Now you have to make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. So the way you're going to make sure that this is a 1 here is to divide whatever number is in front of this. Well, in this case it's a, so you're going to divide everything by a. And what's left is x squared plus b over ax equals negative c over a. Next step is to get what we call the magic number. So over here I'll write magic number, and you're going to have to show this as well. And what that means is you're going to take half of the coefficient here, half of this number that's multiplying x, square it, and add it to both sides of the equation. So you take b over a, and you divide that by 2, and I'm not writing that on purpose because if we divide by 2, it's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, which gives me b over 2 times a is 2a. Then I square that result, and that number is the number that I'm adding to both sides here. And when I square b over 2a, it's b times b, which is b squared, and 2a times 2a, which is 4a squared. That's the number that I'm adding to both sides. So I'll go ahead and do that. Add b squared over 4a squared, b squared over 4a squared to both sides. Okay, and the reason we do that is because we can factor this. It doesn't look like it, but we can. And when we did this with plain numbers rather than a's, b's, and c's, when we took half of this coefficient and got this result here, this is the number that it's going to factor to. So this number right here is what we are going to get factored out here. So we're going to write x plus b over 2a squared equals this, b squared minus 4a squared minus c over a. Okay? The next step then is to see if we can add these fractions. So I'll do that by rewriting the left side here. Equals. Now, if I want to get these fractions to add together or subtract together, in this case, I need a common denominator. And the common denominator for 4a squared and a, hopefully you'll see, is 4a squared. So this guy's missing something to have the same denominator, and that factor, or those factors that he's missing, are 4a and 4a. So we're just going to multiply this fraction to get them to be the same. So b squared stays b squared. Now if I multiply 4a times c, it's 4 times a times c, and it's going to be over the same denominator. So really what I have is b squared minus 4ac, and both of them have the same denominator, so I'm going to just go ahead and put it over 4a squared. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is try to get rid of this square, and the way I do that is I square root both sides of this equation. So if I square root that, I'm going to do the positive and negative square root of that side as well. When I square root this, what happens is this square disappears, so I end up with x plus b over 2a equals positive and negative, right here, square root of. Now, this numerator is a binomial. It's got a subtraction sign. But the denominator down here is just one term, it's a monomial. And the cool part about it is that the square root of 4a squared is just 2a. So I'm going to put it over 2a here because this is a perfect square. But I'm going to leave this all under the radical because it's a binomial. So I'm going to keep it as b squared minus 4ac. And hopefully you're starting to see the quadratic formula come to life here. Well, now I'm going to isolate x by subtracting b over 2a from both sides of the equation, which will leave me with x equals. Good start. We're almost at the quadratic formula. I'm going to write this, negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And now you're ready to finish it up and have your bonus question get counted for full credit if you write it exactly the right way here. These have the same denominator, so you're just going to write negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Congratulations, you just got the bonus question right. As you can see, it takes a little bit of practice. Got to show every step. If anything is skipped, I'm not going to give you credit. Good luck.